Good. So good evening, everybody. You're welcome to Trading Pros London, Asia and London forecast for the 7th of August 2024. This is one of the services provided by Trading Pro Nigeria to properly equip and their clients to be able to take optimal advantage of any opportunity the market brings for them. So as always, we're going to start off with the economic calendar. The economic calendar for the 7th seems it's going to be also dry. I wouldn't say just calm. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Oh, it's going to be relatively calm until Thursday and probably Friday. So tomorrow is going to be as calm as Monday, but there's still suspects because those days on which you don't have heavy economic calendar can be suspect. So that's out of the way. We're going to start off with the EURGBP US 100 dollar index, Euro USD, GBP USD gold, pound yen, and Euro yen. So let's start off with the Euro GBP. Starting off with this pair is still bullish. Just like I pointed out yesterday, this pair is still bullish. This pair is still bullish. It's at a weekly structure point, this weekly rejection level. That's where price is now. And if you look at the daily, although price closed like this, but it's still having a bit of a challenge at this place. If price can close above here, then there's a possibility we might be looking at euro weakness tomorrow if we get something like this. What am I expect? What do I mean if we get something like this? If we see price spike this high and close back below this level, which is at 1.8613, because I believe price may be trying to spike 86.19. And if you look closely, there's a fair value gap here that has not been fully mitigated. So this pair may still rally, but what will give you an early warning that this pair is turning is a break below 85.84. So let's go to our MT4 platform to see what we have on the EURGBP. But now this pair is still bullish. Don't try to sell it without a change in the state of delivery. If we go to our FIB2 on our Trading Pro, in this pair, just like I said, is bullish. 1 hour, 4 hour daily is bullish. So if that setup that I'm talking about plays, that's this high here. If price cannot break this high and breaks any of these lows here on the 1 hour, then we might see a retracement to either 85.88 or 85.82. So this pair for now is still bullish. So the next one we're going to be looking at is US 100. The US 100 for now is still tilting towards the upside, although it swept 18.323. We don't have a close above it. Well, price is, you can see today, see where price dropped to the equilibrium of this high to this low, and it bounced, but we don't have a close above it. So, and we have this fair value gap still in the shadow. So for this pair, we'll just need to wait and see what price offers tomorrow. We'll just need to wait and see what price offers tomorrow. So if we look at it on the daily and see, it's just not making head until doji on the daily, a strong indecision. And the 4 hour is looking like what might rally, but you have this gap here. We have this gap here. So we'll need to wait and see what price does before we decide, but it might still continue to the upside. The possibility of it continuing to the upside is still possible. So the next we are going to be looking at is the dollar index. So before we move over to the dollar index, let's see what we have on NAS 100. So you can see this is the 1 hour. The possibility exists that we might see a little bit of a retracement to 17,947 or 17,814. If any of this level holds price, then we might see a move to 18,420 or 18,697. So the next we're going to be looking at is dollar index. The dollar index for now still looks tilting to the downside. Price rallied. This is where the daily candle is you're looking at. Price rallied, but got rejected from this area. So if this is to continue higher, the possibility is that it may drop to this 4-hour fair value gap. Drop in there, find bullish evidence, then we might see a break above the high made today. But for now, this pair is just advised to be watchful on it and see what price does. The next pair we're going to be looking at is EURUSD. For now, this pair is still bullish. We had a strong retracement. We have always like a railway track. So this is a textbook for version of the railway track, which points to possible retracement. But we'll be watching this 4-hour fair value gap. If price can close, reject or break this 4-hour fair value gap, we're going to see a rollover in prices. So let's go to the chart and see what we have there on the EURUSD on our MT4 on. So EURUSD, the possibility, it depends on what price does tomorrow. Will it retrace to the 50% of this low at 1.0903 to 1.0934? The 50% comes now 1.0919. So will price retrace here before going up, or will price rally first, get rejected from any of the 618 or the equilibrium and move lower? But for now, this pair still has more tilting to the upside than downside. The only time frame bearish on this pair is the 1 hour, as you can see. So price may just rally into this zone and move back to the downside. But the other time frames, the 4 hour is still bullish for now. So the next pair we're going to look at is the GBPUSD. The GBPUSD bowing to pressure from a strong EURGBP. You can see this pair might still move lower. This pair might still move lower, but it's at a daily fair value gap. To go to the weekly, it has closed below this weekly, but our concern is the daily. So if looking at this daily, the possibility is that we might see a bit of a retracement and a continuation back to the downside, but I'll be a little bit cautious of that because we are in the lower area of this range, 1.2613 to 1.3044. So a possibility that we might see a bullish run tomorrow going into the GBP USD. So let's look at what we have on our chart for the GBP USD. So this is 1 hour time frame. All the time frames are bearish on this pair. For our 1 hour daily, they're all bearish. So we're looking to see if we get the retracement and then a continuation to the downside, or better still, you just pick the high and low of today that will come in at this point, move to the low, and wait to see if price will rally, get rejected for a continuation to the downside on the GBP USD. The next we're going to be looking at is gold. Gold delivered handsomely today. The first signal on this pair hit stop loss, but the second gave back what we lost and also gave us 140 something pips for those who held it. But looking at this pair and the formation we're looking at the daily, we might still see lower prices on this pair. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, this is what we have on the 4-hour time frame. So this may still try to come back to 2369. So for this pair now, this pair is neutral. It can move in any direction, but if you notice, there's a 4-hour master candle here. So we have price within the body of this range. So you need to be aware of that. It can move in any direction, but I'll keep us updated as I see any trade signal. The next we are going to be looking at is pound yen. Looking at pound yen, this pair might most likely range tomorrow. This pair might most likely range tomorrow. Although it might still continue to the upside, but it is more tilted to range. As you can see, that's what we've just had today, a range. So the same thing too with the EURGBP. That also is going to be in a range, but with bias more to the downside. Because we have a long upper week. So that settles it for today. Any questions from anybody before we call it a night? Any questions? Okay, the absence of any questions. I wish everybody a beautiful night's sleep and a lovely trading day. Don't forget to look out for trade ideas and trade signals tomorrow in the VIP channel. So good night, everybody, and a blessed day ahead.